To health matters, psychiatrists say people need to be very mindful of their lifestyle to keep them away from mental challenges. This was the major focus of the public enlightenment event put together by a non-governmental organization, the Pink Mind Initiatives in Lagos. Senior correspondent Jacqueline Ogo took some time out to get useful tips from the mental specialist who showed up.
In September, the president of the Association of Psychiatrists in Nigeria said about 60 million people in the country are suffering from mental illnesses. This is just an official figure. Unreported cases are not part of it. Specialists say mental illnesses are expensive to cure, and several factors lead to such disturbances. They include hereditary factors, emotional and psychological challenges, unhealthy lifestyles like substance use, and workplace pressure. Occupational health psychologists say there are several factors which precipitate workplace.
There are so many factors in the workplace that could tell on the mental health of the workers. Before we talk about the salary, let's talk about the environment of the work itself. The interactions among the workers, the personality of the boss. It could be a bully. And so there are so many factors in the workplace that could make workers to develop mental health issues. And let me also say that an average worker spends 1/3 of his time of day in the workplace and calculate that 5 days in a week. So the large part of the worker's time is spent in the workplace. And therefore, whatsoever happens in the workplace has a direct influence on the mental health or otherwise of that worker.
Occupational psychologists also say there are smart ways to solutions.
Unfortunately, some workers try to cope wrongly by using substances like alcohol and other substance abuse, quite all right. But this kind of coping system compounds the problems of the workplace. So there are so many things they can do. Exercise, for instance, is part of what they can do. Make sure you exercise very well. Meditation, what you can do. Socialization outside work. Do not carry the problem of work to the house, to your home. Leave the problem of office in the office, whether it is a workload or whatever it is. As soon as you are leaving the office, leave the work there and go back home and live your life.
Good sleep, eat well, eat fruits. Don't use all this smoke, drink and the rest to live your life. Be calculative and run away from stress.
Nigeria is no doubt facing a disturbing level of inflation that has created an unfriendly economic climate. Mental health specialists say deploying hard substance use to try to hide away from the pressures of life will only result to having a hurricane of mental illnesses in the country.
We don't take care of our mind. We take things to extreme. A lot of people, when they have a slightest failure in business or in marriage or in any situation, they go down in emotion. And at the end of the day, they break down mentally. And these are issues that they will have, accept in faith and move on. They will have been able to do more beautiful things for themselves and society.
You can't avoid challenges. You can't avoid these challenges will come one way or the other. Have somebody that you can open up to such people. And if you have other issues and you are beginning to see signs of mental illness, walk up to the hospital and visit their emergency section. Tell them this is what you are going through.
Some families hide their mentally challenged members away from help, but they are advised to take them to the proper place to find effective solutions.
People lock their loved ones that has mental illness indoor for days, for months, for years, because they don't know that they could access help. And that is why Pink Mind Initiatives is out, to tell people that with mental illness you can access treatments. You don't need to look for to go too far. Go to any certified mental hospital around. 36 states of the nation has mental facility.
For mental balance and all-round healthy living, doctors recommend 8 hours of work, 8 hours of recreation, and 8 hours of sleep. But the big question is, how many people take expert advice seriously? Amongst all the health checks, mental health check is the least done. Many Nigerians say everyone has some measure of madness in them. But doctors say when you sense your reactions are getting out of proportion, your mind is under pressure, and you're constantly losing focus, maybe because of that emotional pressure you're going through, you need to see a mental health specialist. It doesn't mean you're going crazy, but it only means you're trying not to be crazy. Jacqueline Ogo, TVC News, Lagos.